Folks, it's time for Let the Mayhem Begin. Boy Dan cracking out the new intros. As you can see, this is Let's the Mayhem Begin. We're missing our buddy Matty. He's got family issues, but we're just going to, my boy Geno and myself, going to run through all the craziness that happened on the football the last week. Where do you want to start, buddy? I mean, you guys had a great Thursday.
Yeah, man. It's a much needed, win to get our confidence right. We don't have a game this weekend, so I'm actually really happy about that. I think that actually came at the right time because we need to focus on the Conference League and we just need a start over in the Premier League, have a day off, get everyone's mind right. And then next week, come back better than ever. I know people, that don't like breaks. People are like pissed off about that sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes breaks are just necessary to recharge your battery, get your mind right. And I'm happy. I really want them to focus on tomorrow. I mean Thursday, and get it right. Let's get it right.
And these breaks come around so infrequently in the middle of seasons, especially a season like this one, World Cup and everything else. Yeah. So the fact that the fixtures have fallen the way they have, and you're still in the Conference League, but you're at the FA Cup, and all of that sort of stuff. Take the break that's there with you. Take advantage of it. Usually, I don't know what happens, whether or not West Ham are going to do it, but often at this time, Premier League teams, you hear of them jetting off to Dubai, or they go away for 10 days or 5 days. Right. They just go for warm weather training, whatever else. As you say, just to recharge, just get a bit of sunshine, just to get a break from the monotony of the constant Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday sort of drudge that it must be. So it's a great time for you guys, as you say. You're a little bit of confidence, get past AEK Larnaca or whatever they're called again, and they seem to they didn't seem the most professional of teams, or they definitely seem but you still got to get the job done, right? You're 2-0 up, but you still got to get the job done because it's Europe and anything can happen. So hopefully you'll turn up, get a goal nice and early, put the game to bed, and then, as you say, enjoy the week end off at least, and get off to a flyer when you come back. I mean,
I agree.
Going into it with a bit of confidence, as you say, you got the win away, then you got a pretty good point against Villa, right? That's happy with that. Villa,
I think we should have won, though. I watched that game really closely, and it was going back and forth, but I think at the end we should have won. I definitely thought we should have at least fired it away, or at least done something. So I think we got lucky at the end, but I'm happy. Overall, I'm happy that we got the tie, and I'm overall happy with the performance of Conference League. It's just going to be up to Moyes to see if he can just keep us up in the Premier League, or get us a championship in the Conference League. I will gladly take both. I don't just want one, though.
Yeah, you want both now, aren't you? You're getting that little bit more greedy with it. Why wouldn't you? I mean, from a Liverpool perspective, I think a microcosm of our season in the last week, where on the show last time round, I was flying high. Everybody was thinking this was it, we're back, and everything else. And then we go and trip over against Bournemouth, one of the teams right down the bottom, struggling to get out of the relegation zone, and we somehow managed to lose 1-0 to Bournemouth. It's like, could anything else, sum up the Liverpool inconsistent season than that? Salah missing a terrible penalty. I laughed about it. It's got to say, you just have to laugh about it. It's like, oh my God. And then it's like, well, it must be that horrid black and white swirly grey hypnotic kit. They can't see each other, much like, there was a thing many years ago. Man United turned up and got absolutely thumped by Southampton, and they blamed the kit after half time. They changed because they couldn't see each other. That's the only reason it must have happened. The same thing on the South Coast. Liverpool players couldn't see each other, or something, because it's like, how can you beat Man United 7-0 and then lose to Bournemouth 1-0. It's like, especially no disrespect to Bournemouth, but they are in the bottom three of the league. They're looking like relegation. How that happens, it's just that's the last thing that we needed going into this week's massive game tomorrow night. It's like we needed a fill up. We had the fill up against Man United. We need to keep that sort of confidence high, and then you're going to lose to Bournemouth going into a game where you have to win 4-0 or by 4 clear goals. That's not really the lead up that you wanted or you needed.
I mean, I agree 100%. It's all going to come down to the bottom 6, the bottom 7, even the bottom 8.
Your next game's huge, isn't it? I mean, I just saw who your next game is.
Shoot, I'm free. It's going to be well. I will say this about West Ham's games. I mean, these are a lot of winnable games too. These games can definitely go either way. And I think overall, since it's postponed for this weekend, Southampton, if we don't win against Southampton, I'm going to be very worried. Yeah, I'm going to be more than worried. I don't know if I'm going to be on the show the following.
And I was going to say, would you be rescinding your invite for the week after that?
Right, you might have to replace me.
We'll have to get a Southampton fan on board.
But I'm supposed to be on a show Friday night for a Premier League happy hour, and I told them, I said, I'm not going to be on because that's a good break. It's a good break. Yeah. I need to be mentally prepared to be on your show that Friday night, and I need to be mentally prepared for this show next week too, because we have free agency going in the NFL. West Ham could either go up or they could go down. It's one of those things where everything is about timing. And West Ham, we have an opportunity to not only win against West Ham, I mean the Southampton, we can actually win against Newcastle. Newcastle's our next game. I think there's a shot.
I thought Southampton was your next game.
After Southampton. So it's Southampton, then Newcastle. I mean the way that Newcastle, they're not scoring. Like I think we can even win that game. Fulham I'm more worried about.
Yeah, that's that could be tricky. I mean, Newcastle are an odd one. Yeah, they managed to score a couple at the weekend against Wolves. So,
but then you got Arsenal after that, and then you got Bournemouth. I mean, these games are getting tight. That's a 30-second game, and there's 38 games total. So,
starting to run out of where you can find those points. That's why that game against Southampton is enormous. Right. It's so big. But yeah, and you say you've got Bournemouth as well. Bournemouth is
after Arsenal, we have Bournemouth. Yeah.
Oh, that game could be the decider of who stays up and who goes down.
Why do you think I'm freaking out? Why do you think I'm freaking out?
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that could be a real nail.
You know what? I would even be good with ties going now. If you can get me like a couple ties with these big teams.
Yeah, sneak a point against somebody else. Yeah, if you can sneak a point against Arsenal or something, because nobody's going to be giving you any outside chance there. Right? Everyone's going to be giving, that's an Arsenal win. So if you can get something there, that's what it's going to be. Those games where it changes. The games against Southampton, the games against Fulham. It's going to be tough to get. Yeah, if you get a point against Fulham, I reckon that's a good one. And get a point against at home to Arsenal. Should see, because then you got Bournemouth, then you got Liverpool away.
Right.
Liverpool at home, Palace. It's not the easiest run in either, is it? Yeah, you're really starting to scrabble around for where you can see those points to come, aren't you? So yeah, those two games against Southampton and Bournemouth are absolutely crucial for you guys.
Oh, it's gonna be a roller coaster because now I don't even think it's worth it even to fire Moyes now. Like no,
you can't do it now.
Not. It's. I mean, who are we going to replace him with? Noble.
Well, you got 7 games left. There's no way you're going to do anything.
Listen, I have all my stuff on. I got my bracelet. I got my watch. I got my jewelry. I have Skamaka on the back of this jersey just to get some good luck because he needs a goal tomorrow to keep his place.
Yeah, he needs all the luck he can get, doesn't he? At the moment?
He needs everything. But overall, let's see how we did last week. We were horrible, man. That was awful.
We were horrible. We must have been terrible. We must have been really bad. Let me open it up and find out. Hang on. Let's just get to it.
Oh, jeez. That's awful. I can't wait.
The thing is, do we really want to have a look at it? Because it could be.
Oh,
could
dude,
be quite
it's
horrendous.
bad. Oh, it's
How
bad.
bad was it? Premier League predictor. Let's have a look. Let me open it up again. Sorry, I should have got ready for this, but I don't think we got anything right, did we?
I don't remember getting anything right.
Here we go. So we did not get the ball. Let's add it to the stream so that everyone can see how badly we did. It's a lot of red. A lot of red. So Bournemouth against Liverpool. We got that one wrong. Hey, guess what? We got that one wrong. Yeah.
We did.
We got Everton. We got Everton. Wow, we thought Brentford were going to turn Everton over. Sean Dyche magic started to happen. Leeds, Brighton. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that one coming.
Dude, Chelsea? None of these. I can't even believe Everton. I can't believe Everton. I can't believe Leicester even got a goal.
I blame Matty for that one, to be honest, because we were probably thinking Chelsea were going to win that game, but Matty and his optimism about Chelsea, I think, was what turned us towards the Leicester pick. This one, Tottenham Forest, we drew. We thought that was going to be a 2-2. Tottenham seemed to have turned up with their goals, turned up with their shooting boots on. Yeah, we did get this one right, we managed just about. We did say it.
Yeah, dude, I was on the happy hour and someone said something like this about like a 2-0, and I was like, I could see that. And it was 1-0. I can't believe it. I blame Matty for this one again.
Mm-hmm. This one, Arsenal.
Yeah,
3-0. I mean, we did say Arsenal were going to win, but we did say it was going to be closer than what it was.
Yeah, and then stupid us.
Yes, it does. So, it's like you can tell we really.
I can't believe this happened, though.
There we go.
Man U and Southampton.
3-1. Yeah.
Good God, Southampton. Are they coming alive, Groovy? Are they going to come back?
The worry is that they've got to be looking at your game as like massive now, because a point against United is a pretty good result for them, right? So they've got to be looking at your game, thinking if we can get something there. Maybe, just maybe. I'm just going to quickly check how far away from you are they? What is their points? I need to check the table. So they've got 22 points. Right. You've got 24. Oh, it really is tight, isn't it? So if they beat, so you've got to watch out for Southampton because they could go on a sneaky run, pick up a couple of points, and if you lose to them, then you and Southampton could easily flip spaces there. And that's going to be a worry for you. We did get the West Ham Aston Villa game spot on, though.
I mean,
so
I told you. I said either it's going to be it's going to be a tie, and I'm so happy I was right. But like it's Villa. Villa can do. Villa's weird, man. Villa can either look really good at times, and then they can look like it doesn't even matter. Right?
Yeah, they don't care. They can't work it out. They can't find their own feet at times, can they?
It doesn't even matter. I forgot who's coaching them right now. Is it? Oh wait, no, it's
Emery.
Unai Emery. That's right.
Yeah. So yeah, he's very fluctuating. He seems to get it. He seems to either get it right one week and then next week either he picks the wrong team, or I don't know what happens. They don't quite get it, and the consistency's not there for Villa yet. It will come because he's a very good coach, and I think he'll get them consistent next season. But I agree. Up and down, very, very up and down. And then you had Newcastle, and we had Wolves turning Newcastle over, and we got that completely and utterly the wrong way around because Newcastle ended up winning 2-1. And we have still some lifelines where it could still turn it around towards the end of the season. We've got to hope that Brighton and Brentford can actually turn up tomorrow night and win. But the rest of them are that was just a dire week in terms of us. Red. We did get 2 and then 1, but yes, a lot of red in there.
Right.
That's not great. Ooh.
None of it is great.
None of it is great. None of it's great. Nothing about last weekend was good about anything. A point for you guys. Chelsea got 3 points, but we lost the Bournemouth. It was like nothing was good. Nothing was good. Do we want to run through next time around? Have a quick.
I mean, we have a lot to talk about. We got Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, FA Cup, and this.
Do you see it? Speaking of Champions League, I know we talked about the Champions League that we thought that I thought it would be close with Leipzig and Man City. It's currently Man City 6, Leipzig 0.
Is it?
Yeah. Haaland has scored yet another hat-trick.
Dude, he is just – Champions League, he just comes alive.
Yeah. He scored 5 now. Haaland is on for a double hat-trick.
He just comes alive, right? It's so – I hate how much Haaland just – he's got spurts, right? Yeah. He's got spurts in the Premier League. Sometimes he's there. But Champions League, it's like –
something about that. Something about
the atmosphere, maybe.
Yep. He loves that Champions League anthem, and he just goes off. And 5 goals he's got so far.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. But man, in the Premier League though, he'll score maybe like a goal or two, but then like an assist. But then he just doesn't do anything else.
Doesn't do anything else. Yeah, it's very strange. He's very. It is a streaky player. It seems. He goes on streaks of goals. He'll score a bunch of goals. In a short space of time, but then disappear for the next 5 games, which is not really what you need or want. Right, let's run through this lot. Forest at home to Newcastle. Newcastle did get a win this week. Looked like they've changed their system. It looked like having Almiron back was a big plus for having Newcastle.
I agree.
I see Newcastle probably winning this 2-0.
Really? You're just gonna disrespect Forest like that?
Yes. Yes. Much as we love Forest, much as the history of Forest is there, I think Newcastle may have just found a better the spark they've been lacking recently off the bench against Wolves was Almiron. He just seemed to bring that level of attacking intent back to Newcastle.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I was thinking 2-1. 2-1, not 2-1, but I understand why you would say that. Now, Villa and Bournemouth 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah, it's another one of those. Hands down, it's got draw written all over that one. Fact. Villa not really trying too hard, not got much to play for. Bournemouth are huffing and puffing.
Right.
But don't probably have enough quality, he says, knowing full well that they just beat Liverpool. Yeah. But this game could go either way.
Dude. I'm predicting 2-1. 2-1
for Brentford.
Brentford, yeah.
Okay. I mean, Brentford are on a bit of an up and down. As you see, win, draw, loss. And then they lost. They've got a game tomorrow. Leicester are just, a big block of red at the end there. They're right down with West Ham. If they lose there, it's probably the end of Brendan Rodgers. But again, much like you said, you won't get.
Well, you're not going to get. I think they're going to let Rodgers do the rest of the season,
see it out, and then see who's available. Because I don't think he's going to be getting a contract renewal for next time round. The way that they've gone into free fall.
I agree.
This has got to be a Tottenham win.
Tottenham are going to win this game. I really don't have any faith with Southampton against this team. But you never know what it's going to be like down the road. But I think Tottenham has been bad. So I think this is a get-right game for them. 3-1 is an accurate statement.
Yeah. And I think this might be a game that Southampton just kind of they have a go, but if Tottenham get a goal or two, they'll be like, okay. When they never expected to get much out of this one, they may play their reserves, that may play the substitutes just because they know the big game for Southampton is against you guys coming up. So I've got a feeling that Southampton might quickly fold if Tottenham go 2-0 up on that one. They might kind of just go, this game, we were never in this game. We never won. This game wasn't a big game for us. We're looking at next week.
Right. I agree.
This could be a cracker because it's kind of a local-ish derby. Wolves are hit and miss. Leeds are in dire trouble, but they did get a really good draw against Brighton.
I think the Wolves are going to win 2-1. I think it's going to be tight. But I think the Wolves are going to do it.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think?
No, I agree. I think Leeds they're huffing and puffing. They're desperate for points, and they need as much as they can. But I think they're over trying. That they don't have an identity with no set up manager. I can't even remember who the interim manager is there now. I think they're just hoping against hope to get out of relegation and cling on to their Premier League life to get a new manager in. But yeah, I just can't see them doing it, especially at Wolves. If it was at Ellen Road, then maybe, just maybe. But I think because it's at Wolves, I think probably just favour the home team.
I agree.
Now, if Matty was here, he'd probably say this was an Everton win. But I can't see it. I mean,
Everton did win last game, and Chelsea have been 3 draws last game, but I just can't see Chelsea losing this game. I want to believe in Everton, but it would work in favor to me that Everton loses this game. So
you're looking at this with your claret and blue glasses on.
Exactly. Which blue glasses? You know what? I'm gonna go. Oh God, it's so hard.
I've got to. I mean, the thing is, Matty would probably easily tell us that Everton will always get up for big games like this. Sean Dyche will have his team drilled.
He is
and
right.
He's got a point. And Chelsea do seem to struggle against teams who kind of get in and amongst them and are a bit more physical. And I don't think Sean Dyche will allow his team to sit off Chelsea and let them play around and do the fancy. I've got a feeling that Everton might, get a 1-1. I know it doesn't help you, but I've got a feeling that Everton might sneak a point here.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Chelsea.
Okay. Again, either
it
or.
Could go either or. I hate to admit that. Listen, Crystal Palace tied last game. So did Arsenal.
Yeah. But
this is going to be a get-right game for Arsenal, though.
Did Arsenal? Yeah, I thought Arsenal won. Arsenal beat Fulham.
Yeah, I'm going left or right. Is it right to left? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's left to right. So the last 4 games, the last 5 games for Arsenal are win. There you go.
Oh, I'm going left to right, not right to left. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last game they lost.
Okay, well then, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think this is
Palace. Again, as we said last week, Palace have been sneaky bad.
Man, I think I just need to change all my answers now. Because I've been going left to right this whole damn time.
Yep, been all wrong. Right, they're in. We're done. That's it for this time round. So
cool. All right, I'm happy with this. We need to get that right, man. Oh,
please get it right because
please West Ham.
Come on, something come right for us because that was an awful lot of red in the last time we looked at that one. So where are we now? So where do we move? That's the Premier League.
We are FA Cup bound. FA Cup bound. What is going to happen this weekend?
Who have we got left in the FA
Cup? We have 4 matches.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Man City versus Burnley on Saturday.
Ooh, you've got to think that is a thumping for Burnley. I know Vincent Kompany coming back to the Etihad. It will be a lovely situation. It will be a wonderful day, and everyone will welcome him back. But I've got to suggest, if considering City are currently still only 6-0 up, okay, just checking, against RB Leipzig.
Yeah,
Burnley aren't RB Leipzig. You've got to expect a proper thumping, as long as City put a decent team out, of course. They might.
Dude, why are we even? No, Burnley's not coming in this game. They're good in the Championship, but Man City, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's one of those.
I can see it being like a comeback story, right? We all want to see that, right?
Yeah.
No. Man City's going to win 3-0. It's going to win 3-0.
At least.
I can't see it. Now Brighton versus Grimsby Town.
I mean, we love
Grimsby Town.
Grimsby Town. We love the underdog. We talked about Grimsby last time.
I'm sorry, your underdog is coming to an end.
It's going to get. Yeah. Unfortunately for them, they would have preferred probably getting Sheffield United or Blackburn Rovers, somebody a little closer. Brighton are doing well in the league. They've got to be looking at quarter-final stage. Brighton are going to put a strong team out. They have to because they're in with a shout with winning something here. So they're going to do it.
Hands down, 3-0 Brighton.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Sheffield.
Now this is going to be a toughie. Yeah, because they're both in and around the same division. Sheffield, it's
I don't
Sheffield
like
United.
this.
I don't like it because I've got a feeling. Are Sheffield United more interested in getting promotion?
Yeah.
Than they would be. This it would be but the FA Cup is the FA Cup is magical, right? The FA Cup is it's especially
FA Cup has had winners that you wouldn't think were winners before. I mean, we can go back to Leicester and Chelsea. We can even go back to Man U. But you know what? I think Sheffield's going to win 2-1. But I mean, in the final, it's going to be Man City and Man U. I cannot see them shitting the bed here. So I'm going to go with 2-1 Sheffield. And then here we go, Man U and Fulham. Fulham's going to give a tough fight. Like you said, FA Cup is magical. I really do think Man U is going to win, though, 3-1.
Really? Yeah. Even though I don't know, Casemiro just got a red card. Is he suspended for this game? That might be a big.
I don't know. That's a good question.
That might be a big one because if he is, then that means Harry Maguire comes back in at the heart of United's defence, and that's got to let Fulham run riot through there with Mitrovic and stuff. I don't know. This could be. This could be a Fulham upset.
I'm okay with going 3-2 Man U.
Okay. Well, okay.
You're sticking. How about this? 2-2.
Oh, with extra time. Oh.
Yeah.
I prefer that. I prefer that rather than say United will win that. I think that's going to be a tight one, and it might be a good time for Fulham to really put the frighteners up. But I think you're right. Looking at who's left, you can't really see past a Manchester final. Yeah. It's kind of written in the FA Cup script and whatever else. But for Sheffield, one big payday is left, right? That's what they've got to look for. If they beat Blackburn, they're going to be playing at a Premier League club. They're going to have a big payday. And they get through his semis. I think they play the semi-final at Wembley, so it's a big day out. So there's a lot to play for the small teams here. So fingers crossed they get through. I do think Fulham might give United a good run for the money, but unfortunately, I love it. But unfortunately, Grimsby, your time is up. It's been a great run. You've got to the quarterfinals, but I think that trip down to the South Coast is probably just going to be a trip too far for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Fulham is going to lose this game, though. I can definitely see it going either way, whatever happens. But like you said, the magic of FA. But yeah, I think, I'm actually going to take it back with Burnley now. Burnley is playing very well, and Man U is playing. They're good. They're very good. But you know what? I'm gonna go Man City 3-2 over Burnley. I'm gonna go Brighton 3-0, Sheffield 2-1, Man U and Fulham 2-2 going into overtime, and Man U wins it between overtime and penalty kicks.
There you go.
I think I'm good with that. What do you think?
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm good with that. It's not so one-sided. I think it's good. Yeah, I think we're happy with that. We'll see where we end up. I'm just having a quick look at some of the. I've just realised. As we get to Champions League, who's missing for tomorrow night's game? So so FA Cup, we're done. We've done the Premier
Champions League, baby. Champions
League. As we said.
All right.
We called Man City getting very close and just eking past Leipzig last week. That's obviously got really
6-0.
6-0. But then look at Porto Milan. It's still 0-0.
Yeah, but we kind of saw that coming a little bit.
We said Inter Milan would just be about strong enough to get through. And, they're 1-0 up on aggregate. So it seems
and Portuguese,
Yeah.
Portuguese teams always show up in big competitions.
They do. So that could go either way. But City are obviously, as we say, Haaland's turned up for the Champions League anthem and just scored his goal. Maybe he scored his goals for March, though. You won't hear again until April because it's kind of the stuff he does. Now, tomorrow's games.
Man, you know what? But Benfica, I'm not shocked with the 5-1. Chelsea and Dortmund, I'm kind of shocked with that. I really thought Dortmund was going to get a better game in there. But Tottenham and Milan, though, that doesn't surprise me because Milan is not doing good in their league right now. But they're doing good on the big stage. So this doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Byron, thank you, Byron.
Thank you.
Thank you. We hate you, PSG. Suck.
We do.
Butts. Thank you.
Hopefully, and I'm reading lots of it. Hopefully, that's the end of the PSG Galactico project and whatever else, and they strip that team and break it down, because it's just been galling to watch them just collect superstars and just fail, just miserably fail year after year.
Yeah, they could do whatever they want in their league. Their league is weak anyway. They only got like 4 or 5 teams that are good, and that's it. There's no competition there. It's very nice to live. There's a lot of stuff to do. You get paid big money there. But let's be honest.
Competition isn't it? Yeah.
France it's just not there. There's a lot of other things that you can do.
Yeah, and France, football in France isn't the number one sport. There's so many other things. They're a massive rugby nation. They're massive other stuff. You know, they don't.
Massive F1, massive basketball. I mean, they're even, you know, a lot of them go play hockey, go to Canada. They're, you know, if they're from France, Canadian. There's a lot of things there, but I think overall, France has a really, I wouldn't say they're big. I'm sorry. I would disagree with you. I think they're big in the soccer, but their talent doesn't stay in France. It goes all over the place. So, I mean, they've won the World Cup and they went to the final again, and they've won the Euros before. So it's, I just think
their league, the league is not strong enough, is it? Yeah. That's, as you say, the talent's obviously there because they're World Cup winners and everything else, but they're World Cup winners with everyone playing in Germany or Spain or
Facts.
England.
Facts.
The French league is just a joke.
Boring.
It's
a joke.
It's a joke. How much is PSG going to win the league by is the only kind of option to look at in terms.
I'm not going to disrespect Marseille, Lille, and Lyon. They're very good clubs, especially Marseille. Marseille's got a lot of history. And PSG just literally got bought by someone from Saudi, and they became big. That's it. The only reason why PSG
they're owned by Qatar or something.
The only reason why PSG is so big is because they got other sponsorships like Michael Jordan, you know, other people that could get them in. There's no history there. No. So if I'm a French fan, I would definitely cheer for more like Marseille or Lyon. I think they got some of the most history there.
They got some history. And I just looked at the table. Paris Saint-Germain are currently 10 points clear at the top of the table after 27 games.
I mean, I understand why Mbappe would stay. He's from Paris, and he's making very comfortable money. It's like I said, it's a beautiful place to live, right? But if you want to be number one in the world, you need to follow Haaland. Haaland has picked every single team, and he has been so successful with all of them. And now he's going to
seems to have a knack, doesn't he? So,
his agent, good on his agent. Mm-hmm. Good on his agent, man.
Good stuff. Right. Okay, so tomorrow night we have.
Did we already do? Oh, we did. Okay. Porto, Man City. That doesn't shock me. Oh yeah, tomorrow night. Woo! Okay, before we talk about Liverpool, because I'll let you have that stage, let's talk about Napoli and Frankfurt real quick.
Yeah. Well, Napoli are 2-0 up already. So,
right.
You know,
Napoli's going to win this game 3-0. I'm just going to be straight up with you. Napoli is doing very well in Serie A, but I think they're going to be a clusterfuck next year because I think people are going to go after their guys, and it just always happens. That's why Milan's not back to where they are.
Because they just get picked apart. That Napoli team's going to be, the Vultures are coming in and taking their front three and whatever.
Exactly. So, I mean, and also with Milan too, you know, we got great young talent and we did really well in the offseason, but like there's nothing there to be like, it doesn't sound like they're focused on Serie A. It just sounds like they're focused on the Champions League, which is fine, but you got to win and you can't get out of that top 5. So for me, I think Napoli's not going to be the same team unless they just automatically bounce back and get new players coming in, just like Milan, get new players and come back in. I hear Milan is linked with all the biggest guys now, Scamacca, even Lofton-Cheek They're linked with him now. So it's.
Oh, I was going to say, where is he? He's still on Chelsea's books, of course.
Right.
Like everybody else.
Right. It just happens with big teams. Sometimes, they'll bounce back every season because they got money. Milan's got money now. So I don't know what's going to happen. But Napoli, this is their year to make a splash and do something because they are just so hot. They really are. They're just hot. I hope, and we'll see what happens. 3-0 Frankfurt. All right.
All right,
go for it. Hey, it's all you, bro.
It's all on me. This is good. This is going to be a horror show, right? Because
all right,
it's going to be a horror show for Liverpool fans because they're going to go for it. They're going to have to, right? They're 5-2 down. They have to go for it. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. We have to go and try and get a point. We have to try and prove, that the game against Barcelona, all of those historic comebacks are going to have to be dragged out. The downside I've just read is that both Jordan Henderson and Stefan Bajcetic, I still can't say that guy's name, are out for that. They're not traveling. So he's out. Henderson's out through illness, and Bajcetic has a thigh injury, which is like, that leaves us with Fabinho, Thiago, and Milner in midfield against Real Madrid. I mean, or even Harvey Elliott. It's not a midfield you want to put in against Real Madrid. I just think we're going to get much like last time when we went 2-0 up. And then Madrid started playing, and our midfield just got overrun. Without Henderson in there, we're just at total risk of getting completely overrun, and this could end up on an aggregate score being close to double figures if it goes horribly wrong. Yeah.
Right. So you're that worried?
Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely, totally. I think, without those two guys now as well, it's just, I don't know who, it's just, and as I say, with the Bournemouth game that just happened, if we'd have beat Bournemouth and we were flying 7-0 against United, 2-3-0 against Bournemouth, everything was rosy, everything looked okay. No, it's just like, well, we win games, lose games, win a game, lose a game, and then we're going up against Madrid. It's like Madrid are just going to be almost unplayable, and they were almost unplayable against us last time out when they decided to turn up. Yeah. Maybe if they kind of go into it with hey, we're 5-2 up, who cares? It doesn't really matter. We're definitely going through. There's a chance there,
right?
But we'd have to be 3-4-0 up in the first half, and maybe Madrid freak out. But we went 2-0 up against them before, and then they kind of went almost the other way. Instead of freaking out, they kind of went, oh, you want to play then, do you? And then it was like, okay, now almost like you poked the bear and you woke them up. So
you did.
It's a risk, yeah. So and we're going to have to go and poke the bear massively. We're going to have to all out attack, which against a team like Real Madrid is just it could either work or it's just absolutely terrifying and it'll just be horrendous. And I've got a feeling it'll work for the first 30 minutes and everyone will be like, we're going to do it. Oh no. And it could get horribly wrong. But that's my horrible, sneaky suspicion that it will be a proper pasting.
Wow. You know what? I mean, shoot. You know what? God, I never said I was going to ever root for Liverpool. I never said that in my life. I told myself I never would. But since I have a new friend in Groovy, now I don't know what to do now. I hate both teams. I'm not going to lie to you, Groovy. But you know what? I am rooting for you. I love Carlo Ancelotti. He's my favorite manager, one of my favorite managers of all time. And for me, if Barcelona can do it against PSG, maybe Liverpool can do it with Real Madrid. And I will never forget this. I'm about to bring up something old for you, buddy. This is for you.
Okay.
In the Europa League, one of Klopp's first years, I think it was his first or second year. This is when he had Sacco. This is when he had Origi. This is when he had Emre Can. Remember in the Europa League? It was in the quarterfinal or something like that, a round of 16. You guys were I forgot who you were facing against. But you guys were down like 5 or 6-0. And you guys came back and won. And you moved on to the next round in the Europa League. I was sitting there with my grandpa. with my grandpa. I was watching that with my grandpa. Do you remember this?
No, no. It's I've got a blank. I'm going to quickly find biggest Liverpool comebacks.
Yeah. It could have been 4-0, but like I remember it was a big comeback in Europa League. This is one of this Klopp's one of the first years. He had Sacco and Matip on the back end. He had Origi up top. He had Emery Chan in there. He had Firmino. As well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't know.
I don't know. It's there. It could still happen. It could. It's the magic, right? It's the hope.
It's the magic, right?
It's the hope. It's the hope where you think maybe, just maybe, you could, but it's one of those ones. Was it Borussia Dortmund? No.
Yeah, I thought it was Dortmund, but I could be wrong.
There's obviously the Barcelona Champions League. I mean, we're 4-0 down and then come back and 3-0 down away and then came beat them. But that was at Anfield. The issue is this is at the Bernabeu. If it was at Anfield, I'd have a lot more confidence about it because Anfield is a crazy place and it makes teams do crazy things when they turn up, and especially on a European night. But it's at Bernabeu. It's away.
Yeah.
And that's not a welcome place to go.
No, dude, yeah, that's a hectic place to go.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I would love to just believe, right? I want to believe, and I you do have a lot of back against the wall, though. I will give you that. But man, I mean, but it's not too crazy. I mean, you guys can get 4 goals in that game. You never know.
Could happen. I mean, it could happen. We could just go out the blocks flying and just.
I mean, you do have one thing. You got 2 goals. Like that. That's huge still. Like people don't look at that. You still got 2 goals. They just got 5. I mean, like I said, Barcelona and PSG, they were up by like 2 goals, maybe 3, and they came back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The magic, right? We can always hope.
Right. We keep saying about the magic. The magic is there. It's going to happen. Could happen. Happen.
Well, let's see. I'm gonna pay close attention to that game. I wish Liverpool the best, but let's be honest.
Let's be honest. A touch of realism has to come through, and you've got to realize.
So you do remember? You do? Oh, yeah. I already.
No, that's something else.
Yeah. I already know.
Yeah. You've been watching that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm on Twitter right now on my computer. I'm literally refreshing everything. I have so much to do now after this.
After this is like straight up. Right. Okay. So that's the Champions League done. We're not talking about it anymore. What else?
Here we go. We
got
Europa League and Conference League, and then we're done. Like I said, it's a lot of big matches, man. Big matches. Like I said,
let's start with Europa League then. So here we go. Fenerbahce, Sevilla. We already called Sevilla winning 2-0 last time round.
I think Sevilla is still going to win, but it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be they're 2-1 on aggregate. So Sevilla has 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them winning 2-0 again.
I can see it also being a 1-1 draw because Sevilla are like, hey, we're 2-0 up anyway, so maybe it'll be fine. Final Shakhtar Donetsk. I mean, it was 1-1 first time round. This is going to be fiery. This is going to be a battle. Probably, I think that Feyenoord away result has actually surprised me. They may just take that now that they're back at home. I've got a feeling that's.
Bro, hey man, I you know what? I don't even know now. Turkey has been sneaky good league this year. Like they brought in a lot of talent, especially Galatasaray. Ooh, I don't know, man. You know what? Under the lights, I'm gonna go Turkey this game.
Neither of those teams are for Turkey, right?
Sevilla and
you're talking Sevilla, Fenerbahce. Sorry, I thought yeah. Okay, you're gonna say Fenerbahce. You're gonna turn it around.
Wait. What were you talking about?
I was talking about Feyenoord Shakhtar Donetsk.
Oh, my bad. Let's go to that game. Sorry. Then we'll come. Okay, Feyenoord and Shakhtar. I think Shakhtar is gonna win 1-0.
Okay, you reckon an away win?
I like Shakhtar. I think they'll find a way.
All right. Okay.
All right, here we go. Juventus, Freiburg.
Ooh.
Sorry, man. Juventus.
Juve.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win again. It's gonna be 1-0 though. Juventus is not that strong in competitions this year. We'll see what happens.
They're just eking it out. I think another 1-0 away.
Yeah,
I think
1-0.
I can't see it being 2-3 or whatever else. It's just going to be.
I can't.
Yeah.
Here we go. Batiste and United. I'm so sorry, Batiste. You had a great year last year. You're doing pretty good this year. You're doing good this year, actually. And I just can't see it, man. United's going to do it. I think it's 3-0. I think it's 3-0.
I mean, they're 4-1 up already.
Yeah.
Betis are in the same situation that we just talked about Liverpool. They have to go for it. They're at home, so maybe they'll get a goal or two. But
yeah, it's different.
I think it's too much of a mountain to climb there.
It's so weird because, Batiste has some of the best forwards in Spain right now. I mean, they had one of the leading goal scorers last year and this year. So I'm just surprised he's not getting more time. But it is what it is. Here we go. Leverkusen, and can't pronounce that name. Looks like a Portuguese name.
Those guys, yeah.
We apologize, like we said.
We said before. Apologize to whoever you are, but that's another Leverkusen win. That's
2-0 Leverkusen. Yep.
Dude,
this game, Union Saint and Union Berlin. Oh my goodness, 3-3.
3-3 the last game.
Dude, then I'm gonna say 4-3 Berlin. Then it's 3-3. Why not? Right? Let's do it.
That sounds like the game to tune in for. I mean, if
both defense suck.
Both defenses suck. There's gonna be goals in that game. If you want to watch a game, there's gonna be goals. That's the one. The Union game is the one for you. That's right. So where do we scoot back up the
Sevilla? Okay, we're back to Sevilla and
Fenerbahce.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Turkey's doing well this year, but I think Sevilla is going to do it again. I think it's going to be 1-0 though. I think they're going to be too comfortable.
Yeah, I think Sevilla are going to play it with keep Fenerbahce at arm's length. Even if Fenerbahce score, Sevilla will be like, okay, we'll go score just to keep it at that 2-0 level. I think they'll keep those 2 goals clear, whatever way. I think it'll end up being a draw, but I think Sevilla will go through on aggregate.
And Real Sociedad and Roma. I hate you, Jose Mourinho. I always will. Don't come to West Ham. And you know what? I can't help that he's got talent at the coaching position. Yeah. I think he's gonna win another 2-0. I really do.
I think Roma. I think they've done the hard job. They're gonna, they'll sucker Real Sociedad into come and get us, and then just hit them on a break and another couple of goals, and they'll be dead in the water.
But this one's intriguing, though.
The Arsenal Sporting Lisbon.
2-2? Oh my God.
Yeah. That's a pretty good result for Arsenal away because, as we say, Portugal, tough place to go. But
Are they home?
Arsenal at home for this game. So should be okay. Should be comfortable. But they can't take it easy. They can't.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah. It's a toughie. It's going to be I think it's going to be a tough game for Arsenal. I think they would have liked that game to be much like the United Betis game. They would have preferred this game to be done and dusted.
Is this going to overtime?
I don't think it's going to overtime. I think they're going to have to turn up. They're going to have to play properly and get a game, and they'll probably only get it 2-1 or something.
Yeah, and
just I think they'll get strong enough to get through. But it's another tough game that Arsenal don't need at this point in the season. They'd have preferred to be playing Veracoli, whatever they're called, right? They'd have preferred to be playing somebody like that rather than Sporting Lisbon, who are going to be right in their faces and right up for this. So, yeah, I think Arsenal will probably just be strong enough, but it's a game that they could have really done with playing somebody of a slightly lesser league, should we say? Then we're into the Conference League.
Dude, whoa. What did we say?
I'm saying Arsenal 2-1. So winning 4-3 on aggregate. It's going to be very squeaky. Everyone's going to be nervous, but that's what I foresee.
3-2. I think 3-2.
Oh, okay.
A second half goal.
Yep. Sneaking it. Oof.
Man. Well, I guess we'll find out. That's going to be a game everyone's going to watch.
Now, everyone's going to watch that game, but they should be watching the Union game. Yep.
Facts. All right, here we go. We got tomorrow and we got Thursday for the Conference League. We will talk about West Ham last. But let's talk about Ghent.
Istanbul Başakşehir. Then
listen, I think Ghent's going to lose this one.
I think the fact that they allowed them to score at home.
Listen, Ghent's a good team. They are good in competitions, like big competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got overconfident. I'm gonna be honest. I think they got overconfident. I think the other team's gonna win 2-1. I mean 1-0. Sorry, 1-0.
Okay.
What do you think?
I know I'm happy. Looking at it, I thought Ghent would have been 1 or 2-0 up from being at home, but the fact that it's a 1-1, obviously that Istanbul team's got something about them. So yeah.
I feel like a lot of these games I'm looking at now, it's like, we were so wrong.
We didn't call that one at all.
We didn't call it out like last week. Where the heck did we go wrong? All right.
I blame Matty. Matty's not here. We're blaming Matty for
right. If he's watching this.
But yeah.
Basel and Slovan.
Ooh.
Oh my God, 2-2. I mean, like I said, Basel just did the same thing Ghent just did. Yeah. I still think Basel's going to get it done though. 1-0.
They should do, right? They should.
You
think? But Slovan Bratislava, they got 2 goals away in Basel, which gives them home. Gives them an advantage, and it's not going to be an easy place for Basel to go to. I mean, you got to imagine that's going to be pretty hostile. So, Basel should probably get it done, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this being a 1-0, 2-1 home win or something. And the shock, would it be a shock? Probably. Where do you want to go next?
All right. Well, I mean, I think Basel's going to win 1-0. You're thinking that, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe. Okay. Now, Lech
Poznan.
And Djurgården. I'm gonna say Djurgården. I think Lech comes out with this again, 2-0. I think they're on a hot streak, especially in their league as well. I've been looking at their league, and I think they're gonna. I think that's a good win for them. Now, Fiorentina though should be kicking their asses, but they didn't. They only won 1-0, and you know what? I think they're not gonna mess. They're not gonna mess this up. They're not going to mess this up. I think they're going to come out and win 1 or 2-0. I think
you think maybe that first result shocked them a little.
Kicking their butt.
Whoa,
they're doing
it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Villarreal. And I know the other team really well. I just can't pronounce it. This one's going to be tight. This one's going to be really tight. I think this one is going to be a late winner. I really do. This Villarreal should have won, but the other team are doing really good in their league. But I think Villarreal, I mean, how many times have they won the Champions League?
I think
just like once or twice.
Once or twice.
Almost once or twice. Almost. Yeah, but this is their thing. This is their thing. Like Europa and Conference, that's their thing. So I really do think it's gonna be 1-0 Villa.
I can see Villarreal making that 2-0 actually being quite comfortable in the end.
Hey, there you go. I love it. Okay, Lazio and AZ Alkmaar.
AZ's Alkmaar. I mean, surprising result.
Dude, what the hell? I don't even know what to say about this. I think Lazio deserves to lose. Get AZ and a 1-0 win now. Lazio, that should not be.
You should not be losing at home. Yeah, you should not be losing at home to AZ Alkmaar. I mean,
there's no way.
I know they've been around a bit, but there's no way. Lazio should not be losing at home.
I'm stumped. All right, here we go.
All power to AZ Alkmaar. I say a 1-0 at home to round it off. Yep.
Amen. All right, here we go. Nice, and I call it Sheriff.
Yeah, Sheriff. Nice against the Sheriffs. Nice are 1-0 up from earlier. You've got to expect Nice being at home will probably just see this out 2-0.
They're not going to mess this up. This is 2-0. David needs to get back on track. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The Canadian. I think he needs to
The
get back on
Canadian
track.
guy. Yeah.
He needs to get back on track, and I think this is 2-0. Now to the main event.
The big
West Ham versus them.
That lot. Also, do you remember when we were talking about this last time and my Alexa went off? I've realized it was because we were talking about AEK Larnaca, and when I said it quickly enough, it sounded, and my Alexa went,
yeah.
What did you So, we're talking so go on, West Ham are making this 2-0 easy, right? They're going to close this
Dude,
off.
I say 3-0, and I think Scamacca is going to get out of his funk. Hopefully he starts. If Moyes doesn't put him out there, I'm going to be out there saying #fire Moyes. But I can't though, because he's still going to be here. I understand Moyes' position though, because like even though I dog him to death, I do understand his position because Scamacca, when you put him out there, he's not getting the opportunity to do anything. But I still think Moyes is not playing Scamacca right.
Yeah. So he's not getting the job. He's not getting the job done, but he's not getting the chances to get the job done either, is he? He's in Italy,
and the team he played for before, they played him right. He was successful because they played him in the right positions. He's not your typical lone striker. You got to have someone with him. And I just think that's where it messed up. Yeah. And the thing about it is with Scamacca is even though he's rumored to go to AC Milan does the same damn thing like Moyes does with West Ham. But now since Pioli is now doing the back three, I think that's what we need to do. Is we need to go back to a back three and stack the forward position because that's when Scamacca was successful. But I understand our defense sucks. I get that. So it's like we can't win. I can't win. So
no-win situation. You want to throw everybody forwards on, but you can't because otherwise you just open yourself up at the back end. So
I think Guaita's going to score. I think Benrahma's going to score. Maybe Ings or Antonio will score. Or Ings. I don't think Ings is even.
He's not qualified, is he?
Yeah, I don't think he's qualified. Never mind. I think either Antonio or Scamacca score, but I want Scamacca to score. I want him to be a part of this club for a long time. We just need to. I just
find a way to get him in and get him scoring. Find his scoring boots somehow. Yep.
Amen. And that'll do it for the Conference League, my friend.
That is it. That is your lot for the week.
Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for staying tuned. There's a lot of stuff going on in the NFL. I'm a Jets fan, so I'm just trying to stay positive, trying to get there.
It's good. They're going to announce somebody somewhere, sometime,
somewhere, some point, and somehow.
Although I was reading, he's not done you any favors by kind of not announcing it because now you can't do anything else because the tampering period's done, and you're like, oh great. If it's either Rodgers or hey, you still got Zach Wilson though, right?
Jeez, don't even talk about it.
That's a whole other show. That's a whole other show.
A
whole other show. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This has been Let's Talk Sports. We've loved it, G. It's been great talking to you, man. Take care of yourself.
See you next week.
See you next week. Too early.